Hey Jupiter Eagles, so this week we are going to make a painting and we're going to use it with something that I'm sure we have a lot of right now, and that is toilet paper rolls. So for this project you can use toilet paper rolls, or you can use a big paper towel roll and use both sides of it. It's totally up to you. So for this project you can have a few different paper rolls, paper, and some paint. I have finger paint laying around the house, so that's what I use. You can use any kind of paint that you like or whatever you might have at home. I put it on a paper plate. I don't have a plastic paint palette at home, so paper plates work really well. This is a messier project, so just be aware of where you're making your art. All right, so for the first step, we are gonna make a stamp that we are gonna stamp down on the paper. We're gonna have two different kinds of stamps. The first stamp, you're gonna take your toilet paper roll and we're gonna make long, skinny petals. So what I'm gonna do, take my scissors, and I'm gonna cut around a circle. It doesn't have to be exact, you can make them a little bit wider, but I'm making about 1.5 inch size cuts all the way around my toilet paper roll. They're not all the way even. I'm gonna keep going all the way around. Okay. My second one that I'm gonna make are the triangle ones. For this one, you're gonna make triangles on the end. And they could be however wide you'd like them. So I'm putting triangles, and as I'm doing that, I'm connecting the triangles together. And what that's doing, I'm pulling the little triangles away. They're gonna make little petals. So we're almost making like a stamp. So I'm making one cut, two cut, pulling it away. One cut, two cuts, pulling it away. And if they're not even, that's okay. If they're a little shorter, a little bit longer than mine, that is totally fine. Okay. And you can also experiment with different types of petals. I just like these two shapes the best. And again, if you have a paper towel roll instead, I did one on one end, one on the other for my final copy. Okay, so let's take our little skinny petals. So what I did to begin with that I thought was a little bit helpful is I kind of moved these back a little bit and kind of loosened up the cardboard on it. Okay, so I'm gonna pick a color. I think I'm gonna go with blue. This is where it gets really messy. You're gonna take your roll and you're gonna dip it in the paint. Now this is kind of a pain because you really gotta dip it in and push it down. If your colors mix together in your paint palette, that's totally fine. And what I do is just check and make sure that I got all painted for the most part. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna take it, you're gonna push it down, and I'm gonna take my fingers and I'm gonna work it all the way out, and it makes flower petals, okay? So if you're done with that, you can set it to the side. Next one I'm gonna make are my triangle petals. Again, I'm gonna push them out to make them a little bit more flexible. I'm gonna pick red for this one. Now I'm gonna just kind of dip them in here. If you mix colors, you're gonna create all different shades of colors. Okay, so I'm pretty much painted. I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna put mine right here, and I'm gonna press it down. I have little petals. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make some red-orange petals. I'm gonna make one more little flower to add. Here we go. Okay. Make one little on here. Okay, so I'm done with my flower petals. Okay, so I have a few fingers that are not covered in paint. I'm gonna add some yellow for the center. I'm using my fingers because this is finger paint. You can use a paintbrush. You could even dip a cotton ball for the center. It's up to you. And then I'm gonna add my lovely green stems and leaves. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna add some leaves. And what I thought would be really cool too is that bubble printing that we did a few weeks ago. If you did like a blue bubble print paper and then you did this on top, that would even look like the sky, like a cloudy sky. That'd be really cool too. I'm gonna add some little grass on the bottom. You can even add a little bit of yellow to make it look like the sun is hitting on your grass. And there you have it. This is toilet paper slash paper towel flower printing. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope everything's going well.